Hi guys. Alright, so this is like take 6 of this video, and I apologise if I don't answer anyone's questions while I'm reading because, like I said, it's take 6 and I've done this so many times I'm very likely to get frustrated. I'll explain the wig in a minute if I haven't already. Right, so first half of this is going to be autographs that I've got. I've asked a bunch of my friends to pick autographs on my Facebook, and I'm going to tell the story of them if there's a story behind them. First off, I have to say that some of the ones picked were actually not gotten by me, they were got for me by my friends. Ashley, Rosie, and Matthew. Oh, and Sarah. One of the ones asked about is Dom Sherwood. I haven't actually had the honour to meet him yet. That's in July. Thanks to Sarah, I've got Don, Matt, Alan and Jade's autograph. And yeah, I think she got sick of me by the end of July. So the ones that other people have got me are well, one half of the circle rune. See, my head's not with it today. One half of the circle autograph from the movie. Lena Headey's autograph was got by Rosie. I was told that Lena really liked the picture because it's such an unusual picture. It was meant to be used in the movie, but they cut the scene. I just found it online and thought, yeah, if I ever got a chance to meet all three of them, definitely. I know I'll probably never meet Jonathan Rhys Meyers, but a wannabe circle member can dream, alright? Aidan Turner I got when me, Heather and Amanda went to the premiere of the first Poldark episode at the BFI in London. Aidan saw my picture and was like, oh, okay. Because everyone else was holding up like Hobbit and Being Human, and some even had Poldark pictures, and then there was all the touts. Heather has her own little story about the BFI thing, which I think she's told people, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll leave that to her, because, as I said, it's her story. Now, I have nothing against Maxim Roy and Alan Van Sprang and Isaiah Mustafa. I'm crap at last names, people know this. It's just that Jonathan Rhys Meyers, Lena Headey, and Aidan Turner are my favourite actors of mine from other stuff they've done, as well as the Martin Lynch movie. And yes, I do actually like the movie. If I got the chance to meet Alan Van Sprang and Isaiah Mustafa, and there was a picture of all three of them, I'd have got it all signed. I'd have got it signed. But when Maxine came to the con last year, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have any pictures of her. I'm meeting Isaiah in July, so I could always start a circle picture then. But then that's just me praying I'd get to meet Maxim again. I'd pray we'd get to meet again anyway. She was cool, but see what I mean? Now, the only Shadowhunter autograph from this list that I actually got myself was John Carr. Now, the one on my profile, on my album section, isn't my favourite. My favourite's on my wall is a bastard to get a decent picture of, because I laminated it and it's all reflective. I got 3 autographs from John. I got one that I keep trying to take pictures of. When I finally take it down off my wall, if I ever do, I'll scan it, but then again it will just light up like a bloody angel flare. One's got M on it, so I'm hoping one day I'll get, what am I saying one day, July? If I've got the coinage, I'm going to get her autograph on that, because I like completing duos. And then there's just John's signature. I should say 4 because I've got one for my friend, but since it's his, I don't really count it. Anyway, so I was queuing up to get this autograph, the one that's on my profile, and I don't know where the conversation started, but we started talking about ages and careers and the usual dreck. Now, I'm an unemployed writer, so there's not really much I can contribute. But me and John are the same age, and I could not get this in my head. Heather can back me up here. It was like, no way. There is no way in any of the gods he's the same age as me. He looks younger, and he doesn't fit. But it turns out he is, so. So we were talking about ages, and then I just said, there's no way John can be the same age as me because he's got this whole career thing going, and he's awesome, and I'm stuck here floundering because I don't know coming and going career-wise, right? The girl with him, I don't know if we call them PAs or assistants or what. Every convention has a different name. She starts talking about Disney stuff. And as most of my friends know, Disney's not really my deal, so I just turned around and went, I've never really liked Disney movies. I don't go in for light and fluffy and everything works out. I like the dark stuff, the broken. I didn't quote Tyrion at that point, but it was a very close thing. And I just turned around and went, that's probably why I like Hodge, because I like damaged characters. At which point John Cole high-fives me. And as you can guess, since everyone knows how much I like John, it was a bit of a oh my god moment. And then we ended up talking about Starkweathers and how I was wearing the Starkweather ring. It was one of those that will go down in history because John was epic, and he actually thought Hodge through. He didn't just go, oh, he's a snake, he's a rat, like the Hodge from the movie did. I love Jared Harris, but so it wasn't just I liked him as John or I liked him as Hodge. I got where he was coming from when he was talking about Hodge. Even when he answered the question that wasn't meant for him, his answer made total sense. Although it did get on my nerves when I was trying to explain to Maxim and I think it was Joel, that my circle blades, now Claire's circle blades again, weren't real and couldn't do any damage. John pipes up with, they are projectiles as well, at which point Maxim looks like she's about to jump into Joel's arms, or Joel into Maxim's more likely. Oh yeah, because Caitlin actually just was laughing her head off. Right, and that is the story of the John Cora autograph. I'm going to do these in sections of 3 because last time took me longer than I thought, which is why I'm redoing it. I can see what you guys are writing, I'm motoring through this. Because I did not work out quite how I intended. Another thing I'm good at with last names is forgetting them, whether it's someone I like or not. Somebody's asked me about the lady who plays Cupid in Arrow and played Mary Winchester in Supernatural, and the fact is, I don't really remember that much about her. I like Cupid. She's psychotic. But the actress, Amy, she's just a good-looking American actress who happens to be a mainstay of one of my favorite franchises, even though I haven't continued watching Supernatural since season 5. I dip in now and then, like when John Carr was in it recently. Give me a reason to watch, like something's happening to Castiel or an old character's coming back, and I'll watch it. But other than that, the show's going down the possible penal hole really quickly. It may get another 20 seasons, but it's not the show that I loved. Another problem is I can't read my own writing. Oh, Jason Momoa, right. I'll probably get killed for this because of the current situation with all the questions about the rules of autographs. But I have this picture of Jason Momoa and Manu Bennett where they're doing the haka, or at least look like they're starting the moves. Heather knows better than I do. Yes, I love New Zealand, but I've never really paid that much attention to the haka. I'll watch it when Ali and Heather go on one of their kicks, but it's a bunch of lads calling to a god that most of them probably don't even believe, gods that most of them don't even probably believe in anymore. The history of the hacker I love, but current, nah. Like the one they did, the one they did for Andy, the one they did for the original Spartacus from the shows. Now that one had meaning. Anyway, so I found this picture of Manu and Jason doing the hacker. I was just trolling online trying to get pictures of Jason to tease Vicky with because I'd met him in Sheehausen and the usual. And I went, oh yeah, if I ever get a chance, I'd get this signed. It's just so epic because Jason's half Hawaiian and Native Hawaiian's Polynesian, which is the same as Maori, Native New Zealanders. And Manu's part Maori. So, anyway. When I met Jason, this time around, he didn't really say anything poignant or specific or anything. Like when I got my first autograph from him, when he helped me take the mick out of someone who I should have realised it was a complete dick, but I didn't till later. I should have paid more attention to what Jason was saying. But Manu was interesting. When I met Manu Bennett for the first time, I'd just been to New Zealand. I got back the month before, and I got my pirate tie, Heather, a t-shirt with the hacker words written on it, which I don't know whether she'd call it ruined her photo shoot or inspired a new angle, but she'd ended up halfway through the hacker with Manu in a photo shoot. So I was a bit iffy on getting this signed because I thought I'd get in trouble because we were in a queue and there wasn't much time. And I had Heather and Ali next to me, and they're both hacker mad. So I passed him this picture, and he goes, "Oh, cool." And I just turned to Ali and went, "You two don't start singing it." So what did Ali do? She starts singing it. Manu starts joining in, but then I think I looked at him funny or something because he decided to just say it instead of sing it. I'm like, I wouldn't mind normally if he broke out into song and tried to do the hacker or anything. It would be epic. But I thought at that point with the queue and the time constraints that Sean would probably kill me. And the amount of times I've thought Sean would probably kill me is numerous over the random things that I've done at his conventions. Which I will talk about if somebody asks me about in another video. I have a feeling this was you, Heather. My entrance into conventions, my proper entrance, was thanks to Torchwood. I'd had a bad experience at a Stargate Con, not because fans or the guests, the organisers, and the situation of my own creation. And I thought American conventions were cool because I'd been to Dragon Con, but I was totally off the idea of doing UK cons. And then I went to a Christmas party of a group we used to have called the Malta Gathering, a bunch of Highlander fans just meeting up at a friend's house. And my phone went off, and everyone knows I love themed ringtones and message tones. It was a Torchwood music. It was like end of season 1, something like that. And my friend Carol was there and she was telling me about the hub, and I'm like, I'm a bit iffy because of, and I explained about my issues and all this. And she just turned around and went, "You're coming." And so I went to the convention, and then the year after, Ali joined me. She'd been doing cons before, but she'd had to stop for a while. That was the start of our kind of tradition of her and me doing 3 days together. It was the 4th hub, but it was my 3rd. Sorry, Miss Wiggy's getting on my nerves. At the 3rd hub, my 3rd hub, I couldn't decide what to get signed because I'd already got a picture from Gareth in Torchwood and a picture from him in a band picture signed. And I'd met him a few times since because of the band. So I was at Ali's and I decided to print out a few screen caps of when he was in the Asylum version of Sherlock. He plays a very tame Watson compared to the craziness of the actual movie, which I liked because craziness and that kind of human craziness. And Sherlock, it kind of gave me the squick. Anyway, so I had these two pictures. One, he's just reading the newspaper. Just looks like a cliche Victorian gentleman reading the newspaper. Just happens to be Gareth David Lloyd. The other picture is this. I call it the wild horses device because that was the plan. He was tied to this machine, and it was meant to be pulling him apart, limb from limb. Cliche bad guy dialogue. I'm not a gold. I'm Tok'ra, so I'm not going to go into it. And I thought, okay, I can't decide. I'll let Gareth decide. So I put these two pictures in front of him when it was my turn to get his autograph. And I just went, Gareth, I don't have a clue. I'm just here to meet you for the sake of meeting you again. I'm not really into autographs, or I wasn't at the time. So he picked somewhere in the newspaper. I think he actually wanted the other one because Ali's printer is epic. Even I think like 20 years old or something. And so I made him sign the one where he's in the Four Horsemen device, the Wild Horseman device. I've got Highlander in the bloody brain. Whereas in the Wild Horses device, I wasn't paying any attention. I was talking about future gigs and asking if he was ever going to come to Yorkshire or closer to me than Preston. Technically, I'd actually count Manchester closer because it's easy to get to. He said no, but later on he did come to Leeds. So he signed this picture and he goes, how's that? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. See you at the next talk, Gareth. I turn around to walk off. And somebody else steps up. I can't remember who stood behind me. And I hadn't even looked at the autograph at the time. I was just, yeah, whatever. I'm meeting Gareth. I'm meeting Eve. This is what I'm here for. Of course, later on I learned that with Gareth, you should always check your autographs. I looked down as we were walking out, and well, I wanted to kill him. to put it lightly. I turned around and just shouted, Gareth, what the have you done this time? He'd literally written across the bottom, it's on my profile, suck me off. Seriously, you say this to a fan? It turned out part of the course. It was actually tame compared to what some other actors have done. And I just remember, like, Gareth, not even with somebody else's. I had no idea what I actually meant at the time, but well, I did, but I didn't know what I was saying at the time. I was knocked off. One of our friends, Abby, she saw the autograph, nicked it, and just took off round the convention hall. So that, like, by the time I got round all the other autographs I had to get, and out to where we used to meet up near the reception, everyone I knew had seen it. Shortly after, when I got back here, it was in Northampton, my friend Carol was talking to me, and it turns out I've been the catalyst for Gareth to start, I guess you could call it defacing autographs, because he was writing and drawing things that a lot of fans weren't that happy with. So I get blamed, and I'm like, I didn't ask him to write Suck Me Off on a bloody autograph, did I? It's become kind of a thing, or it was, that myself, Heather, Ali, and I can't remember who the other girl was, but there was another girl. It became kind of the foils for Gareth because he was startlingly aware that we weren't interested in him, so he decided he could use it to his advantage. He even tried to kiss me on the cheek after one of the autographs. He's actually lucky I didn't smack him. But by then I got the hang of things. He's all flirty and coquettish, but obviously it's an all act because he had his girlfriend, fiance at the time. I can remember which way it goes. I think it was because some of the girls who were really clingy and sticky were watching, so he kind of, you know, when you lean forward to kiss someone but you don't actually do it, it looked like he was going to do it, and he wasn't even me. For a moment, I did panic. Like I said, I almost smacked him. I'm beginning to see a theme with this list. I'm only going to do another two more, and then I'll continue the list later because like I said, I have a knack of waffling, as everybody knows. And I'm going to put these up in sections on my YouTube as well. Don't think I need your help editing anymore, Heather, because that was just when I thought I was going to use the really long one. Then it accidentally got corrupted. Anyway, so another time I got an interesting autograph was my, I think it was my third time meeting Chris Holden-Ried. Now, by this time, Chris knew that I was a Tudors fan, and I'm crazy, but I'm not the same level of crazy as some of the other fans. I have a knack of sticking to what I'm interested in, not going off on tangents in that manner. And we've been talking about Tudors. We've been talking about his character in Murdoch, who I once attempted to cosplay, which didn't go very well. And like with Gareth, I got a hell of a lot of autographs off Chris between two conventions. So I didn't know what to do, and I was talking with my friend Rosie, and Paul Amos is going to be at the con as well. So we thought, right, we'll find a picture of both of them, which at the time I had a massive folder of Lost Girl pictures, which was one of the casualties of the hard drive melt, but I still have quite a few. So I dug out this one picture of Paul's character Vex and Chris' character Dyson. And because Rosie was gold at this convention and I was reg, Rosie went first. Now, she'd shared the picture on Facebook before she got it signed, and it had been taken down because of inappropriate imagery, whereas I'd had it on my profile for nearly 2 years, I think it'd been since season 1. Actually, it might have been 3, because I think we were just before the final season. And I'd never had to take it down. I've never even had anyone complain about it. So she went up, and he'd not said anything over the top. He'd just gone, oh, or at least that's the way she explained it. I went up. We were talking about the next fables and questions and the usual stuff. And I put this picture down in front of him, and he's just like, I've seen this picture before. Except not in a Yorkshire accent because he's Canadian. And I went, yeah, probably my friend Rosie. I'm the one who got them. So he bent over the picture, and again, like with Gareth, I'm more with talking with the actors than I'm actually paying any attention to the autographs. He writes, this is me porn. Weird. It's a season 1 episode called Fatal Justice. A lot of Lost Girl episodes have the word Fae at the beginning. It was a thing. And Gareth and Chris is, as Dyson, is tied up in this dungeon. But it's not a dungeon, it's basically below a club owned by a dark fae called Vex, who's Paul Amos' character. And he's been accused of murdering a dark fae and getting justice, which in their case is torturing him. Okay, he's stripped down to his trousers. He's leaning forward so you can only just see his trousers, and Vex is in the background smiling like an idiot. I'm still not sure how that's me porn from Chris's point of view. But of course, when I showed it to my friend Ali, she explained. Ali's kind of my compendium of what the hell is going on. It's not my favourite Chris autograph, because like I said, I've got a few. But it was the second to last time I met him, because the last time was the next convention. And at that point, it'd only been a few years ago. I never thought I'd meet him at all. So it was a thing. And the fact that both me and Rosie had the same autograph, and yet I was the one with the weird saying, kind of, it's an interesting story. Sorry, I'm having to count how many conventions back I forgot. 3 conventions before Chris's This Is Me porn autograph. A convention which wasn't specifically for Lost Girl, it was Lost Girl, Buffy, and True Blood. I had the honour of meeting Ksenia Solo, who played Kenzie. Now, as Heather can tell you, she is a bag of crazy. And I didn't like some of the scene pictures that people picked. So when I saw this picture that was basically, it was white screen of her and Dyson and Chris Holden-Reid, I thought, for Elliot, I'll get that. So I got her to sign this picture, and she just basically got her hands in her back pockets, and she's posing as Kenzie did. And I think that's the one that she signed in Latvian. I can't actually remember. I got 2 autographs. I do wish I'd got an 8x10 of her solo, but I might get my chance in December if I can afford Vampire Ball. I'm not holding my breath with Pandemonium and all the other crazy stuff. So the first time I met Chris was the convention after that one. And I didn't think they were going to have any pictures from the shows that I liked him in, other than obviously Lost Girl, which is the reason that he was there. In the end, I traded a girl for a picture of him in Tudors, 8x10 for 8x10. First time I've ever done it. And I had a few other random pictures from Lost Girl in this special print that Chris had brought with him. I paid for 3 autographs, because including one in my autograph book. And I put all 4 pictures down. My usual thing of pick which picture. I just brought the one of him and Kenzie just in case. I wasn't really big on duo and trio autographs at the time. But he signed it. And I think it's Team Kenzie or something. I can't actually remember what he wrote on it. There are some of these where I haven't actually had a look at them in ages. Yes, I do put them back up every so often, but I don't actually pay any attention. I'm just glad they haven't been deleted. I do have the official copies, but my mum doesn't really like me sitting in the main room scanning things because I'm very disturbing. I mean, they're not here now, that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to probably end up doing the other half when I get back from Liverpool after World's Comic Con, where I'm only considering getting 1 autograph. So I may not actually have a story to that, but there are 2 photo shoots, which could go extremely wrong with my cosplay. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 more to talk about, but I'll do that when if I get back in I've got the house to myself still, because I'm going out in a minute. And then I have section 3, which is photo shoots. Now, if you guys want to go through my autographs again, or my photo shoots, and you want to know a story, you don't have to bother with the Norwegian for well, which is what I was telling everyone to post. Just say, can you talk about this, or just comment on the picture. I have an RP character who's Norwegian. It was just something. I was looking at translations for him, and I thought, for Elliot, I'll use that. Alright. Minnie's washed her hands at me. She's wandered off as well. See, I waffle so much even my dog gets bored. Right. I'm gonna close this down now, and I will probably see you guys. Well, you'll see me. I'm not sure if I can see you, because I can't see a bloody thing out this eye. Live on and prosper. As Matt says, I'm going to press the button. Whether it works.